Sagittarius, happy birthday season to you guys. If you've joined me from TikTok or Instagram, you know I pulled these cards out for you for your season. As it's your season, I'm going to do a little extra card here for you. We'll get into that in a minute. But this would normally be a quick one card pull, but I did an extra for you because, you know, it's your special time. So, Four of Pentacles, High Priestess. I think you've got opportunity coming up, or you have ideas. Maybe you've done study, training, you've learned something that's bringing opportunities to you, but you have to move into those opportunities and trust the instincts you've gained and honed. Don't be put off by paranoia. Like, you might want to hold on to everything you've earned or gained in recent history, and you might be a little afraid of parting with it, because what if I invest in this thing and it doesn't pay off as I kind of think it will? Then I'll only have 2 pentacles left. No, if you've learned and you've done the research, you know the probabilities, but also you're starting to develop instincts. So learn to separate instinct from paranoia. Instincts will guide you, paranoia will hold you back. So that's just a little quickie on the side. I really could have phrased that better. I also pulled a Crystal Wisdom Oracle card for you. I'm going to turn some light on there. Hope that's a little better. So this is Shatokite, and it's the power of the teacher. I have the divine wisdom of the universe within me, and I openly share it with the world. So that's a message for you to hold. So just memorize this, play it back later if you need to. Claim the message, it's an important message for you, and just say it a few times throughout your day or month. I have the divine wisdom of the universe within me, and I openly share it with the world. If you have access to any Shatokite, then yeah, carry it with you. I think it's going to be your kind of power stone for this season. And I guess that energy might actually match what we've pulled out here. But we'll get into the full reading now and give you some more details. If you've been here before, you know I'm laying it out as relationships, connections, communications, interactions with others, all in this column. Career, wealth, finance, opportunities that you're trying to work toward, goals, creative endeavors possibly that will help you build something in your life in the next column. Third column I call your life path, because it's a very open description of what Spirit wants you to be aware of during this time. So of course this is for November going into December and beyond, and of course it's also with a strong emphasis on your season. Sagittarius season is now. So there'll be general messages, but quite often the messages kind of reiterate one another, and there'll be an overall essence of that. But if there's something that hasn't been covered in these very specific columns, it will jump out here. And then we'll go into pulling your future energies, such as I'll do a best course of action card and an outcome card. So let's get started with relationships, connections, communications, all that good stuff. Astonished. Interesting. Why are you astonished? I already had a good shuffle. Page of Cups. Okay, maybe you've been in a bit of a... Sorry, I'm getting the flash there, the light. Page of Cups. School of Fish around them. They're learning about emotional control and investment. Knowing when to share, when to hold back. You know, they're on their way to being like the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is often the romantic lead dashing in on the horse. Yeah, I think you're learning a lot from your experiences in your dealings with other people. when we talk about relationships, it's all kinds. Family, friends, business, love, all of that. I think you're going to have two cards here. Temperance and the Nine of Wands. These came out close together with the previous reading. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before. But anyway, Temperance has come out in the last couple. Yeah. It's the energy of combining things to make something new, maybe something better and more powerful, but there's a lot of work put into this, a lot of passion and hard work. It's been very tiring. I don't know if that's a specific relationship that it's referring to here. Just look at the imagery, and if anything stands out to you as familiar, that might be important. This one's really like a barbarian warrior or something, just sort of hard fought, but I think this person's been working really hard on something. So in your relationship areas, yeah, there's something there, whether it's some kind of partnership you were involved in, or a romance, or yeah, something. However it resonates for you, this is a collective reading, so I can't be specific to your story, but you can reach out to me for that. Yeah, I feel like there's some learning from whatever this is. You probably had to work hard after learning all you could with your emotional interactions. You invested a lot of time and effort and passion into building some kind of connection here. It's probably very worthwhile, but be careful about draining your own energy, especially if you're just trying to satisfy someone else. It's for your good. Your relationship should be for your good and the other person's good as well. So don't be the only one giving. Just make sure there's balance in your relationships. One more card for this. I think it's you. Yeah. Look at that. Passions. The Ace of Wands. It's a new journey. So whatever, either you've made this connection, it's been hard won, but now it's paying off and you're on a new emotional journey, or you learnt from a connection that you invested quite a lot into. Now you've learnt from that and you're going into something new, a whole new journey. Very strong, passionate. You've completed a past cycle. Now it's time for something new. Let me just make a bit more room here. If I can, yeah, how about that? All right, but that looks good anyway. Career, wealth, finance, your goals and endeavors that you're invested in right now. You have understanding, which is really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you this is some kind of business relationship, partnership you developed with someone that relates also to your career and the goals you're building in life. Understanding. So let's have a look here. Understanding for Sagittarius. Six of Coins. Getting help. Maybe someone wants to invest in you. You've overcome a hurdle, and it could be you investing as well. Investing in yourself, in your nest egg, in your learnings and what you want to achieve. But I feel like based on the understanding and potentially what's here, maybe you've come up with something, presented it, and someone wants to be a part of it. Let's have a look. Okay, the Knight of Coins. It's a very strong energy, earning your fortune, but in building your wealth. Very stubborn and strong-headed, strong-willed, I'd say, but very slow going. The bear is strong but slow. So you may have been excited about this investment and idea to begin with, but it's a very slow build. That might be frustrating, so just keep track of your emotions and don't act impulsively. You did all this kind of emotional work in the past. You've been tired before. I wonder if this is gonna match up across the board, actually. Yeah, if you're doing the work and it is paying off, just not as fast as you like, just stick with it. Don't do anything rash. I think you're on a good thing. Patience is good. And the Seven of Wands, more of that passion energy again. It's your fire energy. You're a fire sign, Sagittarius. Yeah, like I was saying, beware of kind of rushing into anything unprepared. You've been building this up long, slow, a lot of hard work to build it up, and you're kind of needing to defend it. I think others might want to come in and be like, oh, before it gets too big, maybe we should swoop in and take advantage. You want to defend your position. Don't give up on it yet. It seems like you're on something good. There may be a period of, because everything's on a slow build, you may want to give up. Don't do that. I think you've got to keep your passion alive. But again, like I said, you got this great opportunity, but learn to distinguish fear of letting go versus your instincts for a good opportunity. If it's, like I said, it depends on your situation, you there. If your situation is a bit different, you actually aren't happy doing what you're doing, it's not everything you thought it would be, maybe here's coming a point in the future where you get to reassess it and say, okay, the vultures are swooping in. Possibly I could get rid of this and do something slightly different. I learned from this, but I think it's a different opportunity I want to do. This was a really good idea and it will pay off. So let me weigh up my options. Do I hold off until it really pays off? It's a slow build. Do I cut it loose now and use what I earn from it to do this new opportunity, this new idea? But don't sell yourself short. There'll be people saying, oh, well, it's not really worth that. Well, you've got the numbers. You can see what it's building to. You may be at a kind of quiet moment in the build, but you've established this thing. You've made it great, and if it carries on as it is, it will be big. Again, work with your instincts and intuition. Use the knowledge you've honed. You've got skills. Trust in them. But you need to love what you do as well. This is all very passionate energy here. So, okay, life path. The overall messages from Spirit. Acknowledgement. It kind of feels a bit like what I was talking about just then. Sorry if my voice is wandering all over the place. I'm moving around the camera to lay these cards out. Ooh, a few things want to come out here. No, it's this one. Interesting. I think Spirit wants to say something. Okay. The old Six of Swords. Moving out of trouble into calmer waters. It's kind of unfortunate that on this version of the card, they're moving the boat through very dangerous waters. But, yeah. an opportunity to move on, to let go of something, start afresh. You're leaving unhappy things, the past behind. Look, it's interesting, it's swords, so a lot of worries, fears, concerns, but also ideas. But surrounded by water, that's all your emotions, so it's emotional upheaval. The sort of punt or the oar that the boatman is using, it's like a wand, so there's passion. But also here in the lantern, that's the fire, fire of passion as well, but it could also be the star. If you find the Hermit card, traditionally he's supposed to be carrying a lantern with the star in it. It's not a candle, it's not a fire, it's the star. So there's something great and important and illuminating in there. The moon is often, I think it's a Pisces card in the deck. It's the moon card symbolizes an instability, an upheaval in emotions, so you see the moons behind them with the choppy waters, so they're moving out of that. So you're moving away from something and following your wisdom and illumination into something better. Whereas these are often represented as the kind of fears and bad thoughts of the past. The fact that they're moving through them is kind of, to me, suggesting a new idea. So I'd love to know how that resonates for you. I hope it does make sense. This could be in recent past as well. So let's have a look. Oh, see, there's so many cards want to come out in this section. Three of Cups is a celebration. Happier times, good emotions with others. Yeah, see? Bringing something together, working passionately towards it. Slow build, happy celebration. It's interesting to read these across to see what they're saying as well. A lot of passion down here. Emotion, investment. Yeah. Learning your emotions. Investing. I really feel like this is investing in you in some way. Business, self, whatever. And then moving out of the bad emotions into new opportunities. I like how this is lining up. Okay, final card for Sagittarius life path. November through December. Sagittarius season, strength. Yep, be strong. Believe in yourself. Like I said, you've gained like a higher level of something. Wisdom, learning, intellect, instinct. I feel like you're more in touch with fate or the universe or something. It's very wise, very mysterious look there, but trust in yourself and have the strength to face whatever comes, because I think all you're worried about is just kind of uncertainty. This card often represents Leo as well, another fire sign. This is all fire down the end here. Passion, strength to follow through. Following a new path of passion. Working hard, fighting to achieve that goal and standing tall, defending your position and having the strength to face any adversity that comes through. You're going to be victorious because you tamed the lion. In the old Rider-Waite-Smith tarot decks, I think you often see the woman sticking her head in the lion's mouth. Certain decks do that anyway, which is this bravery, this courage, but the lion doesn't bite off her head. She's the master of her fate. So let's look at your outcomes now. And interesting, this is the only one that was in the more negative area. I say negative, of weakness rather than strength, because you end on the strength card here. But we're looking at weakness. So maybe this is, like I was saying, the things you need to look out for, like your paranoia. If you're worried something might not work out. I noticed as well, I think it was the last reading I did, also had just 2 of the different 4 kind of element or landscape types. So this is sort of rainforest and water areas. I think that's right. So if that's more river area, then this is probably dealing with emotions. I think it is really dealing with your any unaddressed kind of fears, paranoias, past sadnesses that you need to move out of. Make your peace with things and let them go. Holding on to them will not help you. Sorry if you can hear some noise. There could be air conditioners or something going off. It's in Australia. It's summer, so things are getting hotter here. Okay, Chariot. Movement. Black and white horse to me says balance. Surrounded in clouds and dust here. So I think the path forward might be unclear. And that's what's got you nervous, worried about what you might lose, about what you want to invest in and work towards. Maybe you're quite risk averse. But I think you're smart enough to know a good opportunity. You just got to balance the things out. Work on your shadow self as well. Any past things, put them to rest because they are past. You've got a bright future going forward, what it looks like to me. So make peace with your weaknesses and see how you can improve upon them, master them, and, you know, learn to trust your instincts and skills, because I think you really have been working on yourself. Yeah, you need to move forward. That's your best course of action. Put the past to rest and move forward with wisdom. And you've got some guidance right here from Spirit. Yeah, see? The Nine of Swords is very much that card of nightmares, the dreams that keep you awake at night, keep you restless, keep thinking about the paranoid things. Yeah, you need to really watch out for that. It's kind of like a dream catcher. Yeah, really look at... Have you been having dreams? Maybe you're starting to have dreams. Keep a dream journal. Because not everything that happens in a dream is at face value. As soon as you wake up, write down everything you can remember from the dream. And, you know, as you're writing them down, go and get them analyzed. Now, you can find online resources that can sometimes be inconsistent because they come from various areas, various belief systems, but it's a good start. There are books out there. I've got about 3 or 4 dream guidance books. One's based on very old kind of beliefs and knowledge, and sometimes clashes with some of the other journals. Sometimes there are sites that will list multiple meanings based on whether this is a traditional religious kind of interpretation of dreams, whether this is the old world tradition, whether this is more common definition, maybe something more like Freudian or Jungian or something. They'll go through the different elements. When you piece it all together, you can probably make better sense about which one is the right definition for you. Often a lot of crossover, but just, yeah, we live in a different time to when some of those were listed and created. And again, this is where you got to trust your instincts, your spiritual guidance. What else do we have here? This figure to me always reminds me of Vincent Price. With the dripping candles here. Maybe it's the wax museum. Was that what it was called? Actually, yeah. The candles have been standing out to me, and I just heard in my head, burning the candle at both ends. And this is another reason for being restless. If you're overworking yourself, burning the candle at both ends, so you're not getting proper rest, which you absolutely need. You need to give yourself proper sleep, proper rest. Take a day off when you need a day off if you've been overworking. You know, if you have a day job and employment that's not you running the business, but sometimes if it's you running the business, I understand you have to feel like you need to put like 200% of your time in it because it's all on you. But if you're employed, then you've got leave, and if you've been dragged in to do more and more hours than you're being paid for because you got something on, you need to take that time back. Because this is why you're going to be restless and having nightmares. If you're overworking yourself because of some kind of money fear, a sense of lack, or that you might lose something, you need to work on that. That's your thing in the past you need to deal with. You need to figure out what that belief is and change your mindset around it. There's a lot more coming for you. I did notice there were a lot of air cards coming out when I shuffled the cards as well. First thing that came out before I even shuffled was a Wands card. It was for you guys. Then a lot of air and cups came out. I think I got it in turns actually. The first was Wands, then it was, I think, cups, then air, then pentacles, and then it was sort of more air and cups. Just cards that would sort of pop out. So I kind of had an instinct you'd get a bit of this stuff in here. Yeah, definitely something internally you need to work on so that you can move forward in all your glory. I think this is you learning to take rest and stop overworking and overthinking. That's your overthinking. Stop overthinking. I'm a big guilty proponent of that myself. It can be hard. Sometimes this brain does not shut off. Yeah, trust your own guidance. Work on those things that make you paranoid, worried about losing everything, so that you stop feeling like you have to overcompensate by overworking and not giving yourself the rest you need. Yeah. Work on those weaknesses. Yeah, you'll be good. Yeah. Let me know below as well if this resonated for you. I'd love to know. If you're getting something from these readings. It helps me to know that I'm reaching you guys. Yeah, that's just very important for me, because the whole deal is that I know I've had to get these messages out, and so this platform is kind of the best way to do it. I think I want to give you full readings, but like I said, they're collective readings, so this is like every Sagittarius person energy, and people with strong leanings towards Sagittarius in their birth charts, all of that can come here for guidance. If you want something specific to you, I absolutely can do that. I'm located in Melbourne, Australia, if you want a face-to-face, but of course I can do readings for you via Instagram, WhatsApp, Zoom, Skype, whatever platform. We can work that out. Just reach out to me. There's a link in the description below and in my bio for a booking website. If those times don't match, which they may not if you're overseas as well, just message me. There's contact information, or you can just go straight through Instagram or TikTok if you're on there and contact me that way, and I can arrange a reading for you at a time that suits. The times I've got listed are mostly guidelines. There's only a couple of days where it's not really suitable, but that will completely change in the next sort of week and a half. Also in December I will be in Sydney, Australia, so if you're in Sydney, don't hesitate. I can arrange to meet you somewhere there and do a reading for you. But that's enough about me. I hope you got what you needed from this reading. Any questions, anything unclear, put it in the comments and I will get back to you, absolutely. Otherwise, yeah, have a great month and have a great birthday season, Sagittarius.